Hey everyone, welcome to your weekly energy update, and this is for the week of August 28th through September 4th. Although these videos are timeless, so if you have come across this video outside of that time frame, I would still trust your intuition and that it brought you here for messages. If you are watching this during that period, wow, this week on September 4th at the end of the week, Mars joins the retrograde parade that's going on because all of the planets, except for Venus, will be in either their pre-shadow of their retrograde or in the middle of their retrograde. So Venus being direct, all our love lessons are still kind of focused outwardly, while all the rest of the planets, every other area of our life, are pointing us inward for this reflective period to understand things. So what does this Mars retrograde energy bring in for us? Well, Mars is known as the planet of the god of war, but it is focusing on the masculine energy part for this retrograde. We are kind of drawn to reflect on that. The men in our lives, like our fathers, those in authority over us, even brothers, cousins, anyone that had this masculine energy in our lives. And with Mars actually being in the sign of Gemini, Gemini really has to do with communication. And so I feel like what we're being drawn into for this period is a new way of communicating with those masculine energies in our lives. We, of course, are going to ask for this reading, just, creator, spirit, universe, what can we do with this Mars retrograde energy? So we'll definitely look into that. So September 4th is when the Mars retrograde pre-shadow begins, and we'll start to feel the energy of the retrograde almost on day one. And as we get closer to when it actually goes full retrograde on October 30th, then we move into that strong energy period from October 30th to January 11th of next year. That's as long as Mars is going to be in full retrograde. Then when it goes direct on January 11th, for a couple months, all the way up to March 16th, is when we're going to be in the post-shadow. And that's more of a reflective period of what did we learn during this pre-shadow and retrograde period when Mars was in Gemini, and what are we going to do with that? So that is the kind of information that we're going to be looking into here as we pull this reading. But before we jump in there, I did want to make sure you were aware, I'm right in the middle of having a YouTube subscriber marathon where my goal is to reach over 1,000 YouTube subscribers or more, of course. And when I reach that amount, I am going to be giving away 10 free 1-hour personal readings to 10 lucky individuals. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you consider doing so, because once I reach that, I'll put out a special video on how you can actually sign up for that drawing. But also in the meantime, I'm putting out kind of weekly another special giveaway. So I have put a link down below to my giveaway playlist. I also put links to the specific videos, whichever is more convenient for you, because there still is time to sign up for my first giveaway, which is a free 30-minute recorded personal reading. And then the second giveaway that I just put out last Friday is for a hedge of peace and love. So if you want to know more about what those are, and if you want to sign up for those, check those out below too. I'll also throw the link to the playlist at the end of the video. It'll appear here in one of the corners at the end. So I'm excited for those giveaways, and I'm also going live each weekend, and I'm going to go intermittently too on kind of like Facebook and Instagram, but I am going live on YouTube on Friday evenings at 11:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Yep, and then going over into midnight into the next morning. And then on Saturday at noon and Saturday and Sunday at noon, I'm going live on YouTube as well. So if you want to check any of that out, just keep an eye on my Facebook, my Instagram, and Twitter, because I do put out the advertisements of when those things are happening and other information as well. All right, so enough of all that. Let's jump in to your reading and see what we can do with this Mars retrograde energy. All right, all my Taurians, this is your weekly energy update. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Into the Lonely Woods deck. And all the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box below. We'll check here and see, what does the creator want all of you Taurians to know about this Mars retrograde energy? What would they like you to know? All right, this is the one right here. Do you have our shadows are beautiful? I love it. I love it. I love it. So definitely this energy that you have around the masculine energies, they are showing you that the shadow, experiences that you have, that while we're going through them, yeah, it's like going through a haunted house. When they're scaring the crap out of you, it doesn't feel as funny and exciting until afterwards when you're talking about it, right? But it says, even when alone, we must express, seek communion, and understand our inner voices. We put down all the instruments of distraction and allow what we have avoided to rise within us. And we will find that what we feared is beautiful. You are fascinating and have so many layers, and you deserve the time to understand these or to appreciate the never-ending mystery of who you are. So write or sing or create or ponder when alone. Allow what you discover and connect with to sing into the spaces once filled with distraction and busyness. Now you can be more deeply known because you have met yourself. Now you are more loved because you have come to care so deeply for all that you are. Love it. Yeah, so definitely there is this, this reflection that you have during this Mars retrograde. You actually get to look at your communication with others, with that masculine energy, those individuals that you, had those tough, shadowy experiences with. You are revisiting those and kind of looking at deadly in the eye right here, right? And you're seeing like, oh, how beautiful and beautifully designed and timed every single one of them were. This reflection process allows you to look back. They're reminding me of I had 5 years worth of journals, and I had gone through, several relationships during that time. And when I went back to read those, I had such ahas because I saw the patterns, because I was not in the middle of it anymore. I was doing this reflection. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, I see. I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Really helped me kind of transform those things. We're also going to pull from the numerology guidance cards here. We'll get some more information here on what they want you to know about that. So for our Taurians, what else do you want them to know about this alone time and this reflection into their shadow? Okay, I feel like this is the one right here. Yeah, you get to see it as an adventure, not as like a horrible, punishment. That this was happening for you, for your adventure. And that's what our shadow does too. Our shadow is like a tour guide that is taking us on a tour through Disney World or through Universal Studios, where they know what's going on behind the scenes and underneath the surface. And they give us this experience that is so much more than we could ever have. And so the shadow, you're realizing, is your friend. It was something you hired to take you through this experience of life, not something that's punishing you and dragging you, tied to the back of a car, being drugged. This is happening for you, and that they are a part of you, actually. We're also going to look at the Power of Surrender cards and just see what else they want to add in here. Right, what else for our Taurians, please? What else do you want our Taurians to know about this energy? Okay, this one right here. And you got the Surrender Your Addictions. And that says whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So the shadow card here reminds me a lot of the devil card in the tarot, which basically says it brings the things to your face for you to see what is making you feel trapped. Addictions can be of any kind, but it's those things that make you feel limited and trapped and not in control. And so this whole thing, so beautiful, beautiful messages coming in here about your reflection. We also have 3 decks of tarot to choose from here. They wanted to give you a variety of different cards and experiences through these. And we're going to start off with the Chinese tarot here. So for our Taurians, what more would you like them to know, please? Okay, they do want that one and that one. Okay. And then we're also going to pull from the Runic tarot. See what else for our Taurians, please. Okay. I'm going to see any others, and obviously so. And then the last one are the Good tarot. Let's see. Let's shuffle. All right. No, they said not any of those. Okay, they do want that one. Any others? All right, they do want to give you 3 of those. All right, so we'll start with these ones over here, and you do have the 9 of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. It's all your mental belief system. And the 9 of Swords is known as the nightmare or insomnia card because these expectations, trying to meet up all of these things, is keeping you up at night. You're trying to meet so many different expectations of other people, or that you think other people have on you, that it is almost brought you to this place of exhaustion. So this reflection time here where they have when you look into this stuff is looking into these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And then you have the 8 of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion. It's all your energy going on. And the 8 of Wands is about a ton of energy flooding in. It's also about spirit bringing you a lot of messages too. So I really feel like what's going on here is you're surrendering these addictions, as you're surrendering this information that you're having here, that you're gleaning and gaining, that you are letting these go. You're able to understand what it is that you're fearing, what is just gnawing at you. And then spirit, of course, is helping bring these things to your face. But because as you let go of the energy that you're investing in trying to live up to all those, you get this energy back. It does come back to you. Let's see what else you have here too. Yeah, so you do have the Hermit card. So this is about you turning inward and connecting to your higher self, allowing your beautiful higher power to become the bright star in your lantern. That as you go through the journey of the hermit and you're carrying the lantern, it's the connection to your higher self and to the spirit world that is shining light on your path and on your adventure, right? And bringing this awareness in. I had a feeling it was going to come up here. We were talking about it, the Devil card. So this is exactly confirmation that it is your higher, your shadow self, and in combination with the spirit world that are bringing this to you, to your face, so that you'll look into the shadow beliefs, all these things that are creating fear and limitations in your life, but it is being brought to you, for you. It's not, a punishment, or that they're trying to go, hey, look at you, this is what's doing this, and you should be doing this. It's not that kind of judgment. It's like They're winking at you when they're telling you, this is what's keeping you trapped, wink, wink, so you could do something about it. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got a 10 card here with endings and new beginnings. In this adventure, 55, 5 plus 5 is 10, which is also endings and new beginnings. But the Wheel of Fortune card tells you that before you came down here, your soul, your higher self, did choose you to be its avatar to experience this human life through, and that it chose when you were going to be born and when you're going to withdraw out of your body and go back to be fully spirit, and all these fated events that it wanted you to experience as you went through it, which your shadow is your tour guide through all of that. But within each of those fated moments, you still have your power of choice. You get to use your free will to choose what story you want to apply to that fated event. Like, what does it mean? And what emotion you want to experience as you go through it. When you realize that all the stuff that was unfolding, all these things are not random, they're not punishments, they're not just like you're on an out of control drama train that's, going over the place and about to fly off the rail and explode in a gorge. When you realize how planned out all these fated events are, still with that fluctuation, that ability for you to make those choices within each of those events, that your life is more like a monorail train at Disney World. We talked about your little tour guide, that the monorail train is attached to the tracks. It's not going to fly off. It moves very smoothly, has perfect time stops, and that everything is unfolding for you. You move from this place of feeling like you are a victim, where life is happening to you, to this beautiful, powerful place where you realize life is happening for you instead. And then you have the moon, beautiful. So this is diving into the unknown, diving into the connection of your subconscious, your unconscious, your spiritual world, connecting to that moon energy from up above. And it allows you to connect to the spiritual realm, really trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, getting in tune with your emotions. And definitely it's this connection with the spiritual world is just reinforced with that card as well. Yeah. And the Tower card. Yep, the Tower card with this Wheel of Fortune. Definitely things are brought into your life for a reason. Things are removed out of your life for a reason. The Wheel of Fortune was talking about all those fated events. The Tower card speaks to that you have this tower in your life that's on there on purpose, for a purpose. You're experiencing it, but for you to experience the next fated event that's after that, this tower needs to be removed. So it is removed for you, not happening to you, so that you can move onward into your adventure. You can look at it too, like this tower is old and it's condemned. The walls are falling in. You can't walk on the floors because they collapse, and you're lucky if the roof doesn't fall in down on you. So it's not a place that is for you anymore for your adventure. To continue on to your adventure, this big lightning bolt strikes the tower, catches on fire, it burns down. The insurance company comes, they build a new tower, newly updated, more in line with your adventure and your next steps than what it was. And so you realize that this is being removed out of your way. The old stuff is being removed to allow for new stuff to come in. So you definitely have this endings and new beginnings that are coming in for this next adventure, but you're realizing why things are happening, and you don't feel so lost like that, like you feel out of control. You are definitely moving into this kind of alone time, this contemplative time, to really reflect on what these things that are going on. I mean, you got the nines next to each other, the hermit experience. You got all this energy coming in. You got that shadow energy coming in. So definitely a very cohesive, perfectly moving Wheel of Fortune, that this wheel is turning and it's bringing this change and this wonderful transformation that's coming in. But it's just important to not freak out, to realize that your shadow is a part of you. It's someone you hire to take you on this adventure theme park, and that they're just going to be sharing wonderful insights, the behind the scenes and under the surface, to make your adventure the most awesome thing and for your highest purpose. So I am loving this for you. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button. Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will get notified of any of the new videos when they become available. Also, doing those things, it helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video, when you share a video, comment on the video, especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy, it does want to share the videos and messages of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information, specific answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. I also recently introduced a moving pricing scale for my recorded videos, where you can select different price points for a reading instead of having just a fixed price. So again, all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Taurians, as you go through this wonderful adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.